Hey guys, this is King Logix. I hope everyone's doing well. I know it's been a while since I've last played, and as well as uploaded. But after a healthy break, I'm ready to start uploading again and just being interactive with you guys. So today we are making a build video, but with a twist. Normally my build videos are straight to the point. I show the stats, the gear, and done. But this really isn't helpful for the lower CPs or people that really don't have the same budget. So I'm going to be going over a 100k budget build for the Stam Sword, built from scratch. So I'm going to show you how to get each piece, and we'll show the end result. An even cooler thing is I randomly selected someone off of the Elder Scrolls page to partake in this. So once we're done with the build, I'm gonna give him all the gear, and he gets to rock it and have it. And this leads us to our giveaway. So with this series, this is for you guys. So if we can get 100 likes on this YouTube video, I will randomly pick the next person to partake in the build from scratch series. The winner will get 100k of my gold. I will help build it, obviously my expertise as well, so that way we're ensuring we're building for max efficiency and get the most bang for the buck. So to be eligible, like, subscribe, comment your gamer tag. If you like, you can add in feedback, what you thought, what you'd like to see. But let's get into it. So what is this going to look like? Of course, we're going to work with the 100k budget. I'm going to go over the priorities. I'm going to go over the gear as well as how to get the gear, and we'll get to take a look at the end result screenshot, the stats. So priorities, we need 2500 crit resistance. I know this sounds like the obvious, but with lower CP, it's actually quite hard to hit this. So I've doing surveys and looking around, I've noticed a lot of lower CPs, like the 300 400s. They usually have 1500 to 1700 crit resistance. That's absolutely dangerous to be in PvP. Like, more than likely they're catching 14k 15k in cap. So I'm gonna make sure that doesn't happen. We want a gold nerd main hand, because that's going to give you the most weapon damage for the buck. Of course, we want gold weapon damage jewelry glyphs on the jewelry at the least. We'll aim for gold glyphs on the big pieces, purple quality on all the gear, and above 22k health. No one wants to get one-shotted. Let's get into the gold glyphs. Time frame, this should take about 3-4 hours, 5 hours if you suck like me. So I'd like to aim for 7. So we want 3 for the weapon, 3 for weapon damage on the jewelry, cooted out, gold glyphed, 3 max stamp glyphs for the body pieces, for chest, legs, and the helm. So this is gold quality, guys. And if you can aim to have all gold glyphs, even better. But if you can only do half gold, half Rakuda, at the least get the chest, legs, and helm out of the way, and save 1 weapon damage glyph for the main hand weapon. So that's important as well. So let's go over the first set. It's going to be Impregnable. The time frame, this should only take 30 minutes. The requirement is 200k AP, 20k gold at the most. Why are we using Impreg? Well, of course, 2, 3s, and 4 piece, they are not bad. I can never say no to max magic, max stamina, max health. But really, the reason we're running this is because of the 2500 crit resistant offers. And make sure that you are at the minimum at 2500 crit resist. And this is a safe zone. You've entered the safe zone. Like, I'm okay. I think it's okay to run 2500. The more the better, but you're at least out of that danger zone, or that 1700, what was average for a lot of the lower CPs. And the other reason we're running it is from a budget standpoint. Because you're at 2500 crit resistance at minimum, this means that when you're looking for the pieces for the other set, you don't have to stress about looking for in-pen pieces, just because those can burn a hole in a pocket and they're quite expensive. So you can run like reinforced on all the other pieces, and that's going to save you like 70-80% gold, and you'll get to see that. Why is the AP required? Well, the reason is the one-handed weapon, the shield, and the two-handed weapon can be bought with AP by going to Vardenfall Battleground AP vendor. So spend about 50k AP on the one-hander boxes. Try to pull an impreg. It doesn't matter what it is. Try to get a shield and try to get a two-hander. The more AP, the better. You'd like to aim for a defending 2H. The shield, you'd like to aim for a reinforce. But if you don't get any of that, no worries. But for the one-hander, it doesn't have to be a specific trait, and and we'll get into that reason why. So right now, we're just trying to collect and gather our gear. Oh, also, I'm sorry, before I move on forward, we're actually going to be running impregnable jewelry. Looking at the guild stores, I noticed that the robust impregnable jewelry is about 5k, so you can get the set between 15 to 20k. So please go ahead and get that. And then start off by applying your weapon damage gold jewelry enchants to the impreg pieces. So next set we've got, it's the Fury set. You'll see, if you guys seen my other videos, you know that this is my favorite set. The time frame, it should take less than 30 minutes. Requirement 10k gold. I know you guys are probably looking at this as like, is that 10k per piece? No, this is 10k for the full set. Why? Because Impregnable gives crit resistance. So if you're on a budget, like the purpose of this build video is because you have 2500 crit resist, you don't need to look for impenetrable Fury pieces. Look for all reinforced. And as you can see here, I was looking around buying them. I found some pieces under 1,000. Like that's so cheap. Oh my god, like you could sell soul gems using AP to get this build. Like that's super cheap. So you want the chest, legs, waist, gloves, and boots. Why are we using the Fury set? It offers some of the best 2, 3, 4 pieces in the game from a stamina perspective, and it gives you so much weapon damage. That 5th piece gives you weapon damage for just being critted on, and that's inevitable. You're always going to get crit on. So Fury set is an amazing damage set. So if you guys don't really know what kind of playstyle we're aiming for, I can use a reference. So like if you play League of Legends, the person usually at the top is kind of like that bruiser, kind of like Darius. You're playing like that tankier bruiser guy, but that can really harness a lot of damage. So that's kind of the playstyle we're aiming for. So yes, let's go further. Now we're gonna get into golding out the one-handed. Now that you've gathered your impreg pieces, you've gathered your Fury pieces, the pieces could probably look blue and gold at the moment, but let's knock this one-hander out of the way. So you at this point you should have gotten an impreg one-handed sword, axe, or mace. It doesn't matter. Go ahead and gold it out. And this should take about 56k. The reason why I say 56k and not like 80k is as you are doing the CUDA farming, you should have passively at least gotten 3 temperings from mining the ores on the way to getting the CUDAs. So you should get at least 2 to 3 temps, and then buy the remaining, or you can farm it. If you can farm it, even better. But buy the remaining tempering alloys, gold out the one-hander. Now, you do need 50 transmutation crystals because Impreg does not come in Nernhone. So you'll want to research that one-hander, whatever one-hander that Impreg piece was, whether it's an axe, sword, or mace. Research it and research the Nernhone trait. How do you do this? You can have a friend make you a white level 1 Nernhone one-hander, or you can go to the guild store and buy whichever piece you need to research, and it should cost about 13k if that. So now you've got a gold. Wait 3 to 4 hours once your research is done. Go ahead and transmutate the one-hander to Nernhone, and you can go to a like a guild master's house that has a transmutation station, or you can go to the DLC map to do it as well. Lastly, we've got monster set. So time frame, I can't put a time frame on this really because it depends on what you have. I'll put it in order of what I think is best. Troll King, Bloodspawn, Selene, Students, Veldrit, and a 2-piece physical resistance. So why is Troll King at the very top? Well, Troll King offers health recovery. This complements the Orc Racial passive and any other healing over time you have. So this it's a lot of extra healing. So this gives you room for error, and it gives you room to learn. So you can make mistakes, and it'll help cushion you, right? It's gonna give you some good healing, and it's also nice if you're running with your brother, your friend that also is new, that's learning. This is gonna help heal him too. So it's a nice group set, and it's a nice solo set. But of course, you don't have to run this. You can run Bloodspawn, Celine's, Veladrith, and if you don't have any monster set, like let's say you're missing the Choking Helm, but you have the shoulder, you can run Death's Wind. All you have to learn is 2 traits on the shoulders and helm, and if you wear the Death's Wind 2-piece, you get physical resistance. So that's actually super good as well. That's what I would run if I didn't have any monster set. But I don't want to drag this out any longer than it has to be, but I think this is going to really wrap it up. So just to recap, we've gone over the budget, we've gone over how to get the Cold Cliffs, what pieces of gear we should get, how to get it. We've gone over the monster sets, and let's take a look at the end result. So again, I picked someone off of the Elder Scrolls Facebook page who is 450 CP. His name is Disciple. He's a really cool guy. And I think me and him, we were talking through party chat. Unfortunately, I couldn't save the recordings. I don't know how to do that, maybe because I suck. But we had a really good time. We kind of discussed this. He likes this build a lot more than his previous build was a medium armor, but we were running heavy armor for the build video. So it was a fun video. Here's his stats with the gear. As you can see, we actually got a lot higher stats than we anticipated. So he has that safe resist 2500. His base resistances were actually higher than I anticipated as well. So it was at 22k, 21k plus. His weapon damage without the weapon damage glyph proc or the fury proc was at 3100. In combat, that can spike up to 4500 to 5k, and his max stamina is 37k, which is really good as well. That's I don't want to expose myself right now, but that's actually higher than mine. I'm running Ravager, I know I probably missed something here as well. He is running Dubious Cameron Food, so that gives you max stam, max health, and stam recovery. But that's his stats. This is his gear. I think I've covered just about everything. I think if there's anything else, so we'll call it a day. I will see you guys soon, and let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Take care, guys.